Barcelona woke after the Sevilla game to a silence that felt heavier than the usual post-defeat racket. It was the kind of quiet that arrives when a team's identity seems to slip through its fingers. The midweek reverse to PSG had set alarm bells ringing, but the 4-1 route at the weekend stripped away any comfortable explanations and revealed a pattern that demands answers. This hasn't been an isolated bad night, it's a sequence that exposed ragged transitions, a midfield that failed to assert itself, and an attack that looked short of creative bite. When the pieces don't fit, the whole machine judders, and right now the part everyone keeps returning to is Dani Olmo. Signed amid fanfare to supply invention, to squeeze through tight spaces, and to be the connector between midfield and attack, Olmo has instead drifted into games with an alarming invisibility. Where he was expected to accelerate play and provide that final, precise pass or composed finish, too often there has been hesitation, mistiming, and a lack of decisive actions that translates into a team that struggles to break opponents down. The numbers underline the unease. Across 4 starts and 8 La Liga appearances this season, he has 1 goal, 2 assists and 3 big chances created, returns that sit uncomfortably with the price and the role Barca envisaged when they brought him in. Those raw stats are only part of the story. The greater worry is how his dip has altered the rhythm around him. When Olmo cannot find his pockets or make those line-splitting deliveries, others hesitate, combinations stutter, and opposition coaches smell a vulnerability they can exploit. Hansi Flick, whose brief was to steady and sharpen a side that needed clarity, now has to manage a tricky, high-stakes decision-making process. Loyalty to a new signing running through a patch must be balanced against the immediate need for results and momentum. That is where Fermin Lopez enters the frame. Younger, hungry, and increasingly offering sharper link play when handed minutes, he has nudged ahead on the pecking order simply by delivering more consistent influence when called upon. Flick's selection headache is not only tactical but psychological. Who to back, how to keep the squad calm, and when to reshuffle roles so that confidence can be rebuilt without sacrificing immediate competitiveness. Tactically, there are tweaks that could help Olmo and the team. Tighter positional frames to reduce isolation, clearer responsibilities in transition so his instincts in tight spaces produce tangible outcomes, and short-term rotation that rewards form while providing Olmo breathing room to rediscover rhythm. The psychological element matters as much as the tactical one. Football is a momentum game. A single player's struggle becomes contagious if not managed properly. Dressing room conversations, coaching interventions, and small confidence-building opportunities in lower pressure minutes can all contribute to turning a worrying run into a recoverable episode rather than a season-defining slide. Still, the choices ahead are stark. If flickers of improvement do not appear, the club faces not just a selection reshuffle, but difficult questions about how the squad was built and whether January or the immediate future demands more radical moves. The next few fixtures will be revealing. They will show whether Flick can coax better performances from those who have dipped, and whether Dani Olmo can answer the mounting doubts with sharper decisions, braver runs, and an end product that restores faith. For a club that measures itself in excellence, this is more than a poor stretch. It is a test of leadership, depth and identity, and the response over the coming weeks will define whether this is a temporary wobble or the start of something more damaging.